YouTubers, and welcome back to another gaming chat for the Walking Dead Survivors here on the Legacy Anarchy YouTube channel. I'm, as always, your host, Air the Hot Patriot. And for today, we're going to discuss one of my personal pet peeves, which is weak players in later seasons and how there is absolutely no excuse for it, honestly. Basically, it's these people that want to play essentially like once a week, is what it is, and that's fine and everything, dude. But like, you obviously shouldn't be in these higher level clans, is what it is. And it's that simple, honestly. There's no excuse for you to be part of this when you're still a fucking 7, 8, etc. And we're going into almost season 9 now of the fucking game. It's like, yeah, it would have been one thing, honestly, if you were like that thing in like the first 2, maybe 3 seasons at most. But even then, like, you should still be at least an 8, honestly, by like season 3 is what it is. I mean, hell, my and honestly, I could understand like not being able to advance to like higher stuff, especially if you're in like a dead clan, basically, because that's what I'm in right now in my secondary region where I'm still a T8. But the thing is, it's not like I'm not moving towards T9 status eventually, and I'm getting my stuff together right now to get everything, eventually to the point where I can get enough supplies gathered and, being daily player and stuff like that, doing enough to basically get ahead to where I can eventually then at some point down the line next season here, we're going to go to season 5 in that region right now. I'm eventually going to hopefully be a T9 in season 5, it'll be there. And then, of course, at the same time, I'm also trying to get my technology high enough to where I could potentially go from T9 to T10 almost immediately is what it is then. Fortunately, with that, it's like, it just eats up so much stuff, dude, so much resources that it's like, it is so hard to get it done when you're in like a partially together clan or like a clan that maybe has like 40, 50 people in it at most that are actually working together, comparing to one that has like 90 to 100 people in it and stuff like that. Mostly because of the fact you get more rewards in those higher ones where you're 80, 90, 100 people, etc. there. And I can understand that perspective of like, okay, you were previously in this dead clan that only had like 30, 40 people, whatever the case be, before, we all shifted over then because of what happened with, EOS this past season and stuff like that for season 8. And Megan just not wanting to do anything is what it is there. But at the same time, it's like, it doesn't matter. Like, if you're playing like at any point consistently, like daily, you should have gathered enough resources at that point throughout the seasons for like the last several seasons to at least get your troop levels to at least a T8, I would say, honestly, because there's this one guy I was looking at a little bit ago here who's still a T7 formations, and I'm just like, how are you still T7 right now, dude? Like, first off, you're a 22 town hall, which really at this point in season 8.5, you should be like a 24 to 25, if nothing else, or damn close to it anyway. And then secondly, at the same time, actually, you should really you should be a fucking 25 at this point, no matter what, when you're season 8 like that. And then secondly, it's like, yeah, unless you're doing nothing for like months and months on end, if that be the case, then would make a whole lot of sense, honestly. And like I said, it could be one of these guys that just plays like once a week on like Sundays or Saturdays or whatever it is there. And it's like, again, like, why are you part of our fucking clan then if that be the case, dude? If you're like never here, you know? And it's fucking irritating is what it is, dude, because you basically have these people dragging down what it should be a great fucking go-to thing as well. And not only that, but they don't have the actual smarts to do a jump in and then jump back out kind of thing where it's like, yeah, if you're going to be, 2, 3, 4 minutes away from us or whatever the case be, jump back to the main region and then jump over here to an empty spot kind of thing, shields up and all that stuff like that. So that way you're not getting fucked over is what it is then. So, I don't know. Like, as a T10 in the main regions there for a while now, it fucking irritates the shit out of me, honestly, when I see stuff like that, dude. Because, like, even the T8s and stuff like that, I'm just like, come on, guys. Like, you should be better than that at this point. And then what's even more irritating is when you see the people that are like T8, T9, and they'll sit there and send fucking sharpshooters into builds and stuff, and it's like, dude, how many times do you have to fucking tell you people? It's cavalry and melee only, motherfuckers. We simply put it on the damn thing every single time for a reason. And it's because sharpshooters take like fucking 10 minutes apiece to do anything compared to what a fucking cavalry guy will do in like 30 seconds and what a melee dude will do in like a minute or two is what it is. So it's like, there's a reason why we're telling you these things, because we know what the fuck we're doing, because we've been here the whole fucking time. Even those of us that aren't pay to wins like myself, we don't sit there and pay to get ahead and stuff like that. We actually grind it out for the last year or so of our lives But it's like, yeah, I can tell you firsthand, like, every single, like, I get if you want to build at the end of a season or whatever the case be, and just like basically get a bunch of prosperity and stuff like that off of it or whatever the case be, and you're just doing it to do it or whatever, and you're, you know, sending sharpshooters to do it for like, you know, 4 days, 5 days, whatever it is there, or something like that. And everybody's doing that. But the thing is, it's like when people are telling you, like, dude, send a better formation out there, like, fucking listen to them. And it doesn't matter if your shit is T8, T9, whatever the case be. If you have to send a formation of like cavalry and melee respectively, then do that. But don't be sending fucking sharpshooter formations in there. It's just stupid. Like there was once a time where I remember I had to do high level what do you call it now? I'm trying to even think what I'm saying now. Yeah, there was a time where I had to do high level epics in those things just to have stuff for what you call it, and then I got smarter and I got better at doing things, and now my shit's been built up enough to where it's like, hey, it's time to get stuff done right now is what it is, dude. And yeah, since we've done that, now you have people who are able to do stuff the correct way is what it is. And that's the problem right now with people is they're not understanding like, hey, there's a reason why you need to do this, this, and this kind of thing. And it's not that we're blowing smoke up your fucking ass, dude. It's that we're telling you straight up like, hey, we know this for a fact because we have done this stuff for a fact ourselves. And we've learned through trial and error. So, like, just fucking listen and do it, basically, is what it is, dude. So, but yeah, it's just fucking retarded, is what it is, dude. And it's like, it's such a, and it's not really a pet peeve. It's just, it pisses me off, is what it is, dude. Like, it's like, just listen up and fucking learn, people. Jesus Christ. Like, there's a reason why we're fucking doing things. So, and if you're going to sit there and piss away, you know, 4,000 or 5,000 spots of troop stuff in a thing, like, no, get the fuck out if you're going to be sending sharpshooters and let those of us with like T10 cavalry and stuff jump in there for you, is what it is, dude. They can actually get the shit built faster and not fuck around like a bunch of retards for like fucking, you know, 4 days or 5 days or 6 hours, where the fuck it's going to be at that point. It's just stupid, honestly. So I was reading some stuff here about fucking other stuff we're going to do here in a little while for the 2015 anniversary Columbine stream later. And it's just a bunch of jerk-offs doing jerk-off mentality is what it is there. Oh my god, bro. But yeah, anyway. What was I saying then? So anyway, going back to what I was saying about the pet peeve thing though. Yeah, it's fucking stupid because you have these people that'll just like sit there and only play like once a week or whatever it is. And then you wonder like why people like me get pissed off because it's like, bro, like just be here and play consistently and you're gonna get ahead. If nothing else, like seriously, if you need people to give you, you know, stuff so you can actually build whatever the case be, ask for it and we'll just give it to you, honestly. We have extra. You know, that's what we're here to help, honestly. But that's the problem. They don't want to do that stuff. They don't want to, you know, help us get better by helping themselves get better is what it is then. So, and that's a huge problem right now. And when you do stupid bullshit like that, it's like, it's hard not to get pissed, honestly, dude. So, anyway, yeah, shocker. That fucking one jerk off that Human Torch himself the other day in front of the Trump trial is actually anti-Trump, pro-Biden and Bernie Sanders douchebag. Yeah, that guy's a lunatic anyway. Fuck him. Hopefully he dies ugly, honestly, at this point, dude. Because then he's going to die from his injuries at some point here, it'll be. So. But, Yeah. Anyway, so basically, just want to come on here and do this short stream is what it is because it's fucking ridiculous what it is, dude. It's like there's absolutely no reason to be, a T7, T8, etc. when you should be T9s at this point, honestly. And I can understand, it takes time to get T9 is what it is. Like even myself, I can get barely there is what it is right now because I'm just, when you're scraping the bottom of the barrel and stuff like that, trying to scrape together like enough stuff. And I will say one thing though. I will say one thing honestly. The introduction of one of the most recent updates where they did a bunch of every day where they changed the boxes around to where now all your stuff is on the bottom too as well. And they're giving you free boxes full of resources and stuff like that. That is a big fucking help, honestly. They need to double that stuff, though, is what it is right now, honestly, dude. And the one thing that did piss me off the other day, actually, was they were like, oh, we're going to do an in-game update. Well, the game is still going, wherever the case be. And we're going to up the amount of flasks we give out every time you have to do the walker at the walls things, whatever the case be. And I'm like, okay, cool. So they're going to double that, right? No, they fucking gave us one more per thing. So it went from 9 to 10 apiece now. So instead of it being 18 every time, it's now 20 every time. And then it was also the one thing I did add to that I actually do appreciate was it's like 10 or 20 research tech minute speed ups is what it was per thing. So it's like, I think it's like 20 overall for taking out both sides of the walkers there at the wall every 8 hours. So they're basically giving you like an hour worth of extra speed ups a day is what it is, which is nice. And then there's also a few boxes of some kind attached to that as well, which is nice. But yeah, it's like, it would have been nicer if y'all put like 20 flasks a piece in each one of those, dude. Because I am so fucking close right now. I'm like this fucking close right now to being able to get my T10 melee in my main account right now. I think I'm less than 1,500 away right now is what it is, or something like that. Actually, let me go grab up the account right now, and I'll tell you exactly what my numberation is currently. I think it's around 1,300 maybe or something right now. So, because I was figuring it out the other day, and it would take like, if I was just counting on the flasks from the wall walkers and stuff like that, it would be like, I think almost a month. And even with the update, it would still be like, I think it maybe took off like a day or something like that. That's what it was. So it would be like 29 days instead of 30 days or something. So, yeah, as of right now, actually, one thing I did appreciate too with that one update the other day, they updated the new thing now for these later seasons and stuff to now you can actually have a, what is this called? The Operations Center, which up to like, I think it's like 17 or something like that, takes less than a day to update the damn thing. Then it's like after that, it takes like a couple days a piece to do the thing or whatever the case be then. So that's obviously nice. But yeah, it is what it is. But anywho, yeah, as of right now, I am, let's see if I can screen share this or not. If I can, I will. If I can't, it's whatever then. But we'll find out momentarily here. Nope, still being stupid like that with the fucking still in front of me. I don't know why it keeps doing that, man. It's always fucking irritating shit, though. Yeah, we are currently 3717 of 5,000. So we are, or I am, let's see. That's less than 1,300 right now. It would be 1283, I think, right now. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, 1283. So that'd be, let's figure this out, 60 a day. Actually, let me just do a calculator real quick on this point. Let's see. So that'd be, okay, so that would be, divide that by 60. So we're about 22 days right now from being able to do that. 22 days from now is, let's see, 25th, 30, 19, wait. So that's 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So it'd be like the 13th or 14th of May, give or take. Which I think it'll be faster than that, though. It'll probably be more like the 11th or 12th, honestly. Because of all the stuff we get from the, world event stuff too. Every so often, where it's like 5 here, 10 there, 20 there, maybe or something. So, and then of course you can also get stuff out of the Lone Trader ones too as well, where it's 5 here, 10 there kind of thing, depending on what you can get out of that is what it is then. So, yeah, I figure when it's all said and done, we'll probably end up with a bunch of other shit then too. It will be so, but only time will tell, honestly. So, fingers crossed I can actually get stuff done there is what it is, but who knows, man. And then as of right now, I'm currently 2 Pamela fragments away from a 401 Pam on my main account, which really pissed me off this afternoon that I realized that. Because I can't get the rest of her ass from other events is the problem. Because I don't have enough stuff is what it is. So, kind of blows on that one. At least I don't think I do. Let me check on my thing right now, actually. You got 20 of those right now, so let me figure this out right now. Because we will have, it's almost 12 right now. Yeah, the only thing we got left right now would be the grab war cart kill and then the build research kill. I don't think I'm going to get it done on either one of those because those will only be one apiece. And I have to get 13 on the grab war cart kill, and I have to get 12 mil on the build research kill. I don't think that's going to happen either one of those, so I'm not even going to try on those anyway. I'll just wait till tomorrow or something like that. Maybe try to get something better or something like that later on or something. But yeah, we're currently doing our Universal Fighter statue up to 13. We can get up to 14 on the main account right now. We need to get our... that's one thing I figured out about that Universal statue is apparently it correlates to your 5th formation square. So whatever square level that is, you can get up to that level of that then. Right now my main's up to 14. My other ones are like 12 and 13 respectively, what it is there. So, and as it was, one of the other clans, we were fighting for 38 this afternoon. And they took it this morning really quick. And now we're basically fighting big /132 for this 38 comm. So, and then eventually, hopefully, we're going to get to a 39 ranch at some point here because it looks like that's what we're building towards right now is what it is, which is good, but it all depends. So, I think we're also trying to head off at this pass right here is what it is to stop these other people from going at that 38 is what it is then. So we might just be building up there to get that stuff done or something. Maybe, I'm not sure. So I think that's another one of our coalition people that's building towards that one, what it is there. So I really don't know right now. It's not worth it to send our stuff there because we only got about 3 minutes of build left on that one. So yeah, we're better off where we're at right now. An hour currently in this fast build. And then I don't think we're doing anything else. That'll be the case. Okay, so that's that. That's that. And then, yeah, our tides is in like roughly an hour, give or take. So, yeah, we're starting to put the old band back together now. We got Jeff joining this morning into the new clan. We got Little Poison Ivy back. Apparently, even Sean abandoned Megan now in EOS, which is crazy, man, because he would have been the one to be the linchpin, honestly, for us to take that back then. So I don't know what the hell's going to happen with that one then. Maybe Meg will just leave that to somebody. I don't know. Hopefully she will, but who the fuck knows? And it seems like everybody else is basically jumping ship right now. So, and then we're moving people around everywhere because we got Ghosty coming over here to this clan. We got Marina coming over to this clan as well. And they're both pretty big heavy hitters right now is what it is. Huh. One of the people was randomly kicked by clan leader this morning. I'm not sure what the deal was with that one. That's interesting. Unless maybe she was trying to fuck us over or something. Maybe, I don't know. I do think it's funny. I think it's fun, kind of fucking hilarious too. By the way, when you look at the clan membership right now in the current, in this current clan, we got Ghosty is 1, Jeff is 2, Q8 is 3, and I am 4 under the Sanatorium moniker, 5th under the Network moniker, and 6th under Opens moniker. But yet, those guys are way, way, way more powerful than I am. Even Loopy at 7 is way more powerful than I am. So is Marina. So is Melody, et cetera, underneath me. And I'm just like, I don't understand how I'm this high, like power-wise, when you guys are like obviously like way the fuck higher than I am. And the only thing I can think is maybe it's something where, because when you start looking at like the upgrade recommendation stuff, here's what it is. And it's showing like the combat, it's showing like your overall power, but then it's showing like where it's at and everything. So it's basically, you got a bunch of, I got like 20 million combat power, which is like nothing. Building power is 27 million. War card is 3 million. Technology is almost 100 million. Vehicle is 15 million. Combat equipment is almost 9 million. Recruits are like 8 million. Animals are 7 million, which that's probably where a lot of it's coming at, actually at from that whole thing. And then fighters is 103 million, etc., etc. So it might just be that, honestly, is I just have so many fighters. What it is then that I'm like, it's like fake power basically is what it is from that whole thing, and everything else is like lesser than that, obviously. But yeah, I think that's where a lot of it's coming from, is just like the fake power of all my fighter types and stuff like that. Because it'd be one thing if it like equated to like actual fighters and shit, but it doesn't, unfortunately. As it is, my Militia Rick is 5 away right now, frag wise, from being able to get to 7-1. So that'll be fun when it does, because it'll take, and then we'll jump over to Shane and get him to 122 eventually, is what will be here. So basically the plan right now, I know Rescue Rick starts at reset today, which is about 8 hours from now. And my plan currently is, well, I got 2 plans actually right now going on, because with the Tides stuff today in a couple hours, I'm going to use at least 300 of that clan points to take Negan and get his last 3 fragments that I need in this account, which will take him to a 4-3. It'll up our defense on that one a little bit for the overall defense of everybody then. And then at reset, whenever we get our first 5 fragments, we're going to put them into Militia Rick. And then everything else going to go to Aaron Shane after that, because that one's 20 of 260 right now. So yeah, we'll have a level 20. We'll have a level 122 Morgan, a level 122 Militia Rick, and then it'll be a level 120 Shane going on to 122 eventually. And then everything else is just lower than that. Abraham is 112. Rosita is 108. And she is 95 away from being a 6-star 110. Princess is 50 away from being a 6-star 110. Alpha is 70 away from being a 6-star 110. Beta is 90 away from being a 6-star 110. Lydia is 80 away from being a 108. Governor, as soon as we finish with the coming Strongest Survivor event, which will be the next week, here's what it is. He will then be a 108 when that's all said and done, so that'll be good. And then, like I said, Negan will be a 96 at some point. Here's what it is. Tomb Raider Laura, Adventure Laura is still a 4-3 in this account. That can't really be helped. Even with the last set of, here for, what the hell is that thing called? Thriving Forces event. Andrea is still only a 4-2 right now. Hopefully she'll be a 4-3 at some point after the next one is what it is. We need 49 fragments to get her to 4-3 right now. John is 50 away from being a 4-2. And then Connie is 45 away from being a 3-4 right now. So, which I think eventually she'll be overtaken by somebody else is what it is then for that 5th formation. Like potentially, depending on how close it is, we get to other stuff. I think most likely, because we still, Holly is currently a 5-4 and has 75 frags to go to be at a 6-star then. And if we can get her up there and she gets pretty good, we can eventually move her into place whenever we have our melee up to T10 then, because she's going to be the main melee chick. So she'll basically take over Princess's spot for then. And then my plan right now, honestly, is it's going to be, I'm going to reposition a bunch of things right now, because I think really my whole plan is basically Connie is going to be gone completely from Formation 5 whenever melee is finally done is what it is, because my plan currently is going to be, I'm going to take Connie from, or not Connie, I'm going to take Princess from the F2 position between Rosita and Abraham. I'm going to put Holly back in there because they're pretty much, right now, neither one of them is anywhere near near 6-star / 110. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to move Holly back into her mid spot, recreate the love triangle, give them their boost they need to have is what it is there for everything. Because as it stands right now, if you have all three of those people together, it would allow for a melee fighter's attack of Survivor's crew to be plus 30%. It would also allow for the defense of that to be plus 30%. And with all three of them, it would also give me a combat speed boost as well. So whenever that's done, I can actually have a better formation overall is what it is then. And then eventually what it's going to be is when I can start doing other stuff with the melee increases of the fighters and stuff like that from T9 to T10, it'll end up being a situation where F2 under the Abraham, Holly, Rosita trio, or the love triangle as they call themselves there, they will end up being a T10 melee formation, whereas my F1 of Shane, Rick, and Morgan will be a cavalry formation. And then from there, we're also going to upgrade everything else then too. So you will have the Alpha, Beta, Lydia, Whisperer trio. They will actually be a T10 melee formation because that's where they work best as well on that one. And then it'll be F4 of Governor. And then at that point, it would be Governor, Princess, and Negan. They will actually be a melee formation together. And it's mostly because of the fact that when you have the Call to Arms to White, Violent Minds trio of Call to Arms to White, Governor / Vengeful Governor, and then Negan / Ruthless Negan, you can basically have, as long as you have two of those dudes in there, which is Governor / Negan, you can have Cavalry Defense of Survivor's crew get a plus 12 increase, and the Health get a plus 12 increase too on that one. And then obviously with them as tyrants as well, if there was Pamela in there, she would actually be the third person for that one. And it would be a plus 30% increase to sharpshooter's attack and health, and then a speed boost as well for the combat speed. Unfortunately, she's not in there because, again, that sharpshooter's thing will be the last of the three that will get together is what it is there. And so basically what will happen is you will have her eventually join the other guys is what it is there. And that tyrant trio is what it is there. So you'll essentially have her, Negan, and Governor be a tyrant trio of sharpshooters that will also be able to get cavalry defense boost as well if they need to have those in there as their combat stuff, whatever the case be. So, and by that point, you'll have at least a 110 Governor and probably a level 100 Negan at some point then as well, depending on here and there and stuff. Because the crazy part is, by the way, like at the end of these seasons and stuff, now that we're getting the tokens and whatnot, it's actually easier to get Negan upgraded to eventually 100. Here's what it is. Than it is to get Pamela upgraded to 100, and it's mostly because of the fact that it's only her fucking like single frags up to the 12 million thing, and then of course on these days like Sunday, here's what it is, where it's a 20 million one as well for stuff. But the problem with that is though, unless you're paying a shitload to win, you're not getting those fucking 5 every single time is what it is. You're only getting a couple sets of those if you're doing the animal stuff, like either like early day even for that matter. I almost had to eat into my main shit here is what it is because of all that crap is what it is there. So as it is, I'm going to buy another dog and spend another 600 rubies I really didn't have in this account just to get everything done. Because unfortunately the problem is, and again, it goes back to the stupid fucking RNG of this stupid ass fucking game, the algorithm bullshit there. Because instead of actually saying, hey, T9 fucking dog, that you're combining with another fucking T9 dog, have a fucking T10 dog when it's all said and done. Or not T10. Have a 10 skilled dog when it's all said and done. No, it's like, oh, we're gonna have a fucking 9 skilled dog still, like a fucking bunch of assholes. It's like, fuck you fucking people. Give me my goddamn fucking 10 skilled dogs, you dick smokes. Same thing with other stuff for that matter too, man. But yeah, right now I'm out of basically animals across the board right now. Really, the problem is these fucking daily 5 tasks need to be like fucking 10 or something like that. That's what it is, dude. Or really, they just need to double the amount of animals in each one of these things instead of giving me, fucking 4 dogs here for the buying of a shit, buying for the skill books in the shops, or fucking 3 animals for buying an animal from the shop. It needs to be 6 animals there, 8 animals on the skill thing, and then another 6 across the board for other stuff. Then is what it is then. So, or sorry, another 12 across the board for other stuff. Then is what it is. And I would even say the animal learning skills and stuff for those boxes and stuff. There needs to be a couple dogs thrown in that one too, for that matter, dude. So, yeah, you need to be handing out like 30, 40 dogs a day to everybody is what it is there, people. Instead of forcing us to fucking pay your bullshit fucking taxation crap is what it is there. So, anyway. Alright, we're in a radio war cart thing right now, so I'm going to start doing this at WDS real fast. So grab our war cart. War cart. Oh, just got a net tosser increase. Sweet. That was actually perfect timing for that, because we're about to do tides here in like an hour. So, alright, grab that. Grab that. Okay, so we are 2 mil. So could I even get to 13? That's the question right now. I don't think I can. I just want to check this to make sure, though. Because let's see. If I did... I'm trying to figure this out now. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. So that'd be 5. Okay, so 5 million, 10 million. So that'd be 10. Or no, I'm retarded. No, that would not be 10. Okay, that would be 3 million for each 5. Okay, so that'd be 6 million. So that puts up to 8 mil, and then we're still 5 away on that one. So we'd have to do, let's see, so 3, 6, 9. So it would take us to 11. And then it would be, we'd still be 2 million shy on that. So 4 8s, 4 8, 2 million. So then I have to do 5 more, So I have to do 5 expert assemblages, and then burn through almost every single key I have right now, which would be, to get to that, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Is that worth it? I don't think so. I'm gonna think about it from right now, because I would be at 2 right now. If I do 5 keys, that's another 3. And another 5 keys would be another 3. Another 5 keys would be another 3. So that'd be 15, which put me on the 6 keys right now. And then I would do, I'm trying to think about this right now. So if I got on the 6 keys, that would take us to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that'd be 6 keys times things. Like, the thing of it is, it wouldn't really make sense to do that anyway, because I would still need another PMLF fragment after that, or I'd need like 5 universal fragments to do another PMLF fragment. So, yeah, I think in the long run that would just be a stupid play on my part, because plus it takes a long time to get keys and stuff too. So yeah, I think that would just be a waste of time, honestly. Like, it'd be a waste of time and a waste of resources, basically, just to get at 1 more fragment then. Whereas I could just wait another, X number of days and stuff, and then probably just get 1 here in the next couple of days or something like that from like various strongest survivor stuff or something like that would be then. That would be my thinking right now, honestly. Then eventually it's going to be, doing whatever then after that, if that's the case then. So yeah, I think we're in good shape right now is what it is. Like I said, it's just a matter of time before we get all that stuff together is what it'll be then. So yeah. I think that's the smart play right now to make. But Anyway, might as well join Jason here on this one. Oh, just realized I didn't have my donation stuff set right there for that yet. Oh man, can't wait till tonight though. Get my fucking Rick frags and be able to do my Rick to 122 then. That'd be sweet. And everybody else is going to get a little bit booster as well on that one, hopefully, probably, most likely. So, at least that's what my thinking would be anyway. But anyway, so yeah, I think right now it's just a smarter play to hold off on that stuff, and then eventually it'll just be going back and doing what needs to be done for it. Then is what it'll be. So. But yeah, my plan right now for my main, like I said though, is as soon as we get the fragmentation done, we can get Holly into there for her spot. Basically, we're going to change things up completely, and then we're going to have her in the F2 slot then as a T10 melee fighter, and then do the same thing with Abraham and Rosie to turn them to T10 melee instead of cavalry, because they're better as melee fighters apparently. And then from that, it's basically going to be things are going to change completely, and we'll do whole things will be then after that. So, but yeah, other than that though, that's pretty much where I'm at with that whole thing. And then it's going to be just a an interesting take on a bunch of different things, and is what it'll be. And then we'll go and do our stuff the right way is what it'll be. And then eventually, it's just getting Pamela all the way to her eventual, rightful place down the line at some point here, and being with Negan and Governor then as a trio. So, and if we can get that done completely, that would be pretty sweet. So, although I don't know if that's going to happen or not right now. Unfortunately, it's it's still a whole thing right now. It is what it is. So, but either way, my plan right now basically is I'm going to finish up this stream right now, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of things and do some different stuff here and there. So it'll be, who the fuck is that? No, just some random fucking T8 dipshit basically. That's what it is. Even that Cive guy's only T8. How the fuck are you still T8s, man? Like, Jesus Christ. Like, you got Jason who's fucking T9ing right now. I'm fucking T10ing it up in this bitch. And these fucking guys are coming in with their T8s and shit. I'm just like, God damn you people, man. Like, fucking seriously, man. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's getting really irritating, bro. It really is. It really is getting fucking irritating. So, just got an Abraham fragment in my main account there. That's sweet. Have to go mark that down on the X8 box for a minute here. So, takes us up to 11 for the season right now for Sanatorium. And then that puts us up to, what are we at? 12 of 120 then is what it is for that. So that's not too bad. But yeah, like I said, we're going to do Princess to an F4 is what it'll be then with Governor and Negan in the middle of those two guys. So those will still be considered a T4 cavalry set then. And then it'll be John, Sniper Andrea, and Adventurer Laura will be a T5 then is what it'll be. And we'll be taking Connie out completely on that one. So essentially what you're going to have there is you're going to have, I'm not sure which one will be which, because I know both Adventurer Laura and Andrea go into that 5th slot for the sniper, like rear is what it is there or whatever. And I'm thinking about which one will be better, honestly, right now. Because you basically have one of their combos take over then for the thing, for the War Workshop is what it is there, for the War Cart specifically is what it is. And right now, I'm not sure exactly what I want to put up there is what it is currently. Because we have a couple different ones we could do, obviously. Like right now we have Goliath that's in there currently, which only works, unfortunately, with the Colony Yumiko or Magna group of people is what it is there, which is actually a pretty good one. I'm not going to lie on that one. But the thing of it is, though, we got other stuff we could do. Obviously, you could put we could do the War Horn in place of that at some point here, possibly, or we could potentially do something like the Treaded Crossbow, which only does a little bit of damage to the thing, though. I don't really want to do that one, is what it is. Like, if I was going to go down that route, I'd rather go other stuff, is what it is there, but yeah, we got other ones we could do too, for that matter, but some of these don't really work well with what I have there, is what it is, and then other stuff works like too well, is what it is. Like, I don't really want to bring the that weird crossbow thing into place, the double crossbow, because it's only the effect on then the 75% chance to put 2 crews of your own formation into berserk state, increasing its damage output by +1% in a shield state, taking -1 damage for 1 turn apiece is what it is then, versus where Andrea's is, which is the medic thing. It is a 75% chance to deal 9% damage to 3 enemy crews and put them in a maim state, attack -6% for 1 turn, which are both kind of lame as fuck, honestly. Where what I could do, honestly, I could always go Death's Judgment, which would be John doing the formation of it there. And it would be in pre-turn, there's a 100% chance to put 3 crews of your own formation into berserk state, increasing his damage output by +1%, in a shield state by +1%. Or, sorry, yeah. Right now. 3 crews of your own formation in the berserk state, increasing their damage output by +1%, in a shield state, taking -1% damage for 4 turns. So I think that's probably what we're going to do then, because that could actually be John that actually activates that. Is that the case, then triggers it? And I think that's probably what's going to be. Is going to be Death's Judgment. It'll be just increased by a shitload as it'll be then. Because that one to me makes the most sense right now, is what it is, to do that. So I think it's probably going to be something like that, where we change out Goliath for Judge Death, is what it'll be then. So, which would make sense, honestly, logically speaking. And unfortunately, it is what it is right now, because, you know, you can't really do much of anything right now currently, and it's the whole thing, man. So, you know, it is what it is. But anyway. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what we're going to be at for today, though, is what it is. We will we'll figure out some things from here and there, is what it is, and do some things elsewhere, is what it'll be then. So, what the fuck is up with that, dude? That was weird. Huh. Oh, okay. I'm fucking retarded. I was like, wait, what the hell? Like, people were like, into like Loopy's town or whatever the case be. And I'm like, what the hell happened there? And then I just realized, like, oh, okay, there was actually a dude there right in front of the town is what it was there. Which makes total sense now that they were grabbing at. Yeah. Looks like Domingo's paying to win right now for their town hall. Surprised that Z's not shielded currently. So anyway, because I'm shielding like a motherfucker over here, dude, because I'm gonna get murked. So yeah. But anyway, so yeah, that'll be the plan for that one then. And then I think, if I'm not mistaken, our second account, which would be the network account right now, I think that's pretty close to T10 as well for Melee. I want to say, but I think it's like way, way farther down when it comes to having the ability to get its set of guys that it needs or whatever there. So, which we're going to check on right this second, actually, and figure out what exactly is where. So, yeah, right now that one is also ready to go for the T10, except these are the flasks, which it needs a shitload of flasks right now, because we're 1795 of 5,000. So we're like 5 away from 1,800 right now. And then it would need another, well, technically with that one, it would need 205 to get to 2,000. So it would need 3,205 then to get to what it needs then, which is fucking ridiculously overpriced right now. Like, that's the real problem in this game, is like just needing so many damn flasks to get your shit to T10 is what it is, dude, which is such a pain in the ass, honestly. It'd be so much easier to get there if you had like just a number of people in your fucking in your clan or something like that would be then or something. So fucking infuriating, dude. But yeah, with that one though, we will be doing probably something similar as well on that then, where we will have everybody needs to be getting done up to their respective places what it is there, because right now we have what was I going to say now? Yeah, right now we have Holly that is almost a 106 currently, and then we got a bunch of other guys that are getting pretty close there as well. And then as of right now, we need 15 more. Or no, sorry, I actually don't need 15 more right now. I just realized we actually got enough Morgans to up him all the way there to 122, which we're going to do that right this second, actually. So put him up to 122 currently. And then go to Shane, which will be... Yeah, he's at 65 of 260. Then if that be the case for Shane right now. And then I just realized I actually fucked up on that one, because what I should have done actually on that one, because I had the 20 frags to do whatever, then I should have actually upped Abraham to 110 and left Morgan a little bit lower. That was a fuck up on my part on that one. Shit. Yeah, I should have upped Abraham's attack to 110, because it would have given all fighters attack a little bit more increase then. That was stupid of me. Although, to be fair, he also gave an increase with Morgan going to 122 as well, though, so it doesn't really matter either way. But it does kind of matter, though, because with the Rescue Rick event, you can only get Morgan, Shane, and Rick frags, whereas the other ones I just dumped were all the original 12 then, which would be that set, the Abraham set, the Mercer set, and the Whisperer set. So yeah, I was basically just wasting them on the wrong dudes, what it is there. So basically I got to wait until either I can get like 20 more Abraham fragments here from, various grabs on the board or something like that, or it would be having to wait for universal fragments to pop up, or it would have to be wait for another knife event where I could do my Abraham was up, then is what it is then. So, but it is what it is, like I said. Honest mistake. Didn't really think about it. I was just trying to get Morgan all the way up there is what it is before today's event is what it is there. So, which as it is right now, we should just be getting Abraham back just in time for the upcoming here. So yeah, it is what it is, man. So anyway, grab that dude, and get our stuff for the day here. Yep, Killa Karen is still over there in the other account, which is kind of silly of her to still be there. What it is. So unless she's gonna bring us all back at some point there, which could be the way to go. Honestly, that'd be pretty sweet. We're back to EOS or something like that. I don't know what Megan's plan is right now, but she's sure she didn't say nothing. None of us is what it is, dude, which is kind of a pain in the ass. And again, it's kind of hard to know what your deal is when you're not talking to anybody. And it'd be one thing, like that's exactly why we had to change everybody over to what is now the hell we call ourselves in this one now. That's why we all had to go with what the hell is this called now? Yeah, Never Stands Down. Is because Megan wasn't listening to any of us, and then was actively being stupid and stuff and just doing dumb shit basically and not saying a damn word to anybody is what it is there. And it's like, yeah, when you're not saying a word to any of us and you're like expecting us to still be there with you, it's like, why would we be? So, and as it was, she ended up joining one of the other regions things just to make sure she could be part of one then. And really just shows like the patheticness of you. And I think really the thing was is what she told me last go around, which is that she was going to leave after the season, but then she didn't realize we were doing like this half season or whatever then. And I think she's already checked out is what it is, which I totally understand. Like I said before, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that you have fucking, what's his name? That just fucked your head up a lot is what it is there. And then it's, people talking about fucking soccer, aka football. So, I'll tell you what, dude. Like when it comes to sports like that, honestly, like whether it be soccer, whether it be like there's a bunch of sports that like they're funner to play than they are to watch. And I would say like soccer is one, golf is one, tennis is another one. There's a few other ones here and there as well. Like there's probably about 5 or 10, I would say, honestly, give or take, that are just like really boring to watch, but they're like a lot funner to do yourself as what it is then. I think golf and soccer both have to be at the top of that list. And mostly it's because it's like, and I would even say like basketball too, for that matter, because it's like even because I remember watching basketball with some of my cousins and stuff that were always like, of course they had played in like high school and shit like that, and like my uncle had coached and stuff like that. That's what it was. And I can see it from that perspective that you enjoy the game or whatever, but it's like to me it's just boring as shit, honestly, dude. Like because whether it be basketball, whether it be soccer, etc., it's like you're throwing a ball through a hoop, you're kicking a ball through a net, whatever the case be. There is what it is. And then especially with like soccer, like for the most part, you have like dudes that are just like running back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and like trying to kick a ball through a net. But then sometimes they don't succeed in doing that. And so you either have it be a 0-0 or like a 1-0 fucking win. It's like a 0-0 tie or it's like a 1-0 win most of the time there and stuff. And it's like, why would I waste like, X amount of hours of my time watching this when I could go watch, I don't know, professional wrestling or something like that, for God's sakes, and actually have like my time being enjoyed at those things. So yeah, it is what it is, man. But anyway, that's pretty much where I'm at with the whole thing though. But yeah, so my thinking right now is basically I'm gonna start doing up the work cart the right way, so it'll be here and getting things done. As it is right now, I got a couple more to go on my my third account right now. I got another. I'm gonna be, as soon as goes tonight, I'll be doing my melee fighters performance increase against sharpshooters from 8 to 9, and then I'll be starting the 9 to 10 one, and then I think I have just enough to get it from 9 to 10, and then it'll be a couple hundred left over then, because right now it's like 912 flasks that I currently have available to me, so it'd be just enough to basically finish that last one, and then it'll be like 500 or something then for the May Ultimate Fighter thing then. So it'll be like 4,500 that I got to get from that then is what it is, which is going to take fucking forever is what it'll be. So yeah, not a fun time at all, bro. Very, very unfun for sure. And yeah, just really just a pain in the fucking ass is what it is, dude. And it's just, like I said, it's like so, like, it's just so damn irritating is what it is, bro. Because it's like, you should easily be able to get ahead, and like you can't because fucking people want to be a bunch of dickheads and force you have to pay to win and everything else like that's what it is. And it's just like, Jesus. Very, very, very fucking frustrating is what it is at the end of the day. So, and yeah, right now I'm working on my one. I'm actually trying to see which would be the best one to do here currently, because I got the 20 right now. I could put towards Shane, take him from a 75 to a 95 of 260. But then I got other dudes that are like pretty close. I could do Beta and put him up to 85 and 110. Trying to see if there's anybody else that's worth trying to come up here. What it is. Okay, where is Holly and stuff? Holly would go from 60 to 80. Laura would go from 55 to 75. Trying to see if there's anyone that would be worth it there or not. I could take Rosita from 50 to 70. Or would it just be easier to just do Shane? I think, honestly, in the long run here, I think this is actually the one where it would actually be impactful to put the 20 at Shane. Because it would take him almost 200, then that's what it is. Comparing to other stuff then. So, anyway. But yeah, I think that's about it for today. I'm going to go ahead and call it a day then on that one. I got to go do some other stuff. I think I was supposed to have a stream starting here in a couple minutes on my other account. So, I'm going to have already been past that time now. So, I'm going to have to reset that one for about another 15 minutes or so because I got to go to the bathroom first. And then we will simply go from there is what it is then. But yeah, other than that, though, it's been fun. It's been real. Overall, the game itself is pretty fun. And I think the thing is, though, is it just takes a while to get stuff done in this game, unfortunately. And unfortunately, we don't have money to put forward. It's a lot harder to do by just investing time. And I think that's what some people's issue is like they just don't want to invest the time is what it is there. And so they end up being those T7s, T8s, whatever the case be, legitimately in a season 8, season 9, etc. And it's like, that's just fucking nuts, dude. Like, there is no reason for you to be that low, that far along in the game. So, unless you're like specifically doing nothing for like season after season, is what it is, which makes sense entirely. Or it could just be something where you ended up, jumping into this region randomly, then not even realizing, and then, just had like a deadish account, and that's what it is, and now you're more lively or whatever now, and who knows, man. But it's just, there's a lot that just feels like very much like kind of thing is what it is there. So, but yeah, as it is, we're going to be starting up where's that now? Yeah, we'll be starting into the next chapter of the other stuff pretty soon. Here's what it's going to be. And then we'll do hopefully by then I'll have enough to get Laura and things like that and my other account up in season 5 here. I almost got Alpha all the way up to 5 right now, which I did something stupid the other day, which I wasted the ones that could have been using her when she became the 5. So, yeah, she's pretty close right now. She got 10 to get to 5. And then Beta's got 70. Holly's got 60 to get to a 4-3. Rosita's almost 4-3. Abraham's almost a 4-2. Rick is going to be a 4-4 with another 80 frags. And then Laura, etc., is going to be a 4-1. Mercer is just over 4 stars. Pamela is just over 3 stars in this account right now. And then we still got our other dudes like Imogen and stuff like that below 3 currently. So it is what it is, man. Unfortunately, we, you don't get them all is what it is, man. And sometimes you don't win anything is what it is there, unfortunately. So it's, it is what it is. But anyway. Yeah, that's where we're at for the day, though. Like I said, I'll be back in a little while here for the other thing about the Columbine 25th anniversary on my main account then. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one, y'all. Stay safe, stay vigilant, all that good stuff. And remember to always be playing, because if you're not playing, you're not winning. If you're not winning, you're not getting ahead. And if you're not getting ahead, you're just a detriment on the clan and the coalition as a whole. So don't be that guy. Later, y'all.